train, and it's very commonly used in styles of music like bluegrass, rockabilly, old rock and roll, things like that, country music and so on. Yes, we do have to play country music sometimes. Drummers have to be extremely flexible. Anyway, it's a pretty simple groove, but if you've never heard or you've never learned how to play it before, you need to be able to pull it out whenever you need it. And it sounds a bit like this. First component of this is playing eighth notes on the snare drum with an accent on the 2 and the 4. So you play something like this, and we're just playing single strokes. I'm using my trusty hot rods, whatever they are, because you've got to use them for something, I suppose. And we play something like this. First of all, you just count with your hands: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so on. Now we want to play an accent on the 2 and the 4. An accent means a note that's louder than the other notes that you're playing. And the way we're going to do that is by, on the preceding stroke, we're going to pick the hand up and then whack it down on the drum like this to give us a louder note. So it goes like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so notice that the softer notes are played very low to the drum, okay? And you can learn how to control the softer notes before you put the accents in if you want, just by playing just a couple of centimetres off the head. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you can see that I don't really need to use much effort. I'm not really moving my hands very much. I'm just letting the sticks do the work for me as much as possible, the rods in this case. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so on. Now, my left hand is going to play these low strokes, they're called taps, throughout the pattern, and it's my right hand that's going to be playing the accents on the 2 and the 4. So what that means is, if I play 1, 2, 3, 4, you'll notice that the number 1 comes before the 2, obviously, so I need to prepare my stroke by lifting up the stick on the 1 like this. 1, and then my hand is ready to go down to play the 2 louder. So I'd have 1, 2, and then 3, 4. Okay? This is called an upstroke and a downstroke. I'll probably go into a video about all this stuff at some point. Loads of other people have already. Upstroke, downstroke. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And when I bring my left hand back in with the taps that I mentioned before, we then get the whole snare drum pattern for this beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I would spend some time learning how to do that if you're not used to playing up and down strokes like this, or if you're not used to playing a dynamic pattern like that with the accents in there. I would practice doing that just on the snare drum until you feel pretty comfortable with it. You can practice on your pad, you don't have to use these, you can use a pair of regular drumsticks. Also sounds good with brushes. Okay, so that's our snare drum part, and I'll just review that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, now to accompany that, we're going to use the bass on the 1 and the 3, and we're going to play the hi-hat with the foot on the 2 and 4. We get something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the fun part here is that while you're learning how to play the up and down stroke, when you try and add the bass drum to this, you'll notice that on the 1, your hand is going upwards and your foot is going down, essentially. You're playing the bass drum on the 1. And what some people struggle with is being able to coordinate the movement of the hand up while the bass drum is going down towards the bass drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you may want to practice doing that on its own, just to get used to the motion that's involved there. Then, when we play the accents on the 2 and the 4, that's when I'm playing my left foot. 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. Again, that's something that you may struggle with at first, to be able to play an accurate stroke with your hand and at the same time playing the left foot nice and accurately. There's a tendency for those opposing limbs not to want to work very well together. So this is a really good opportunity to work on coordinating the hands and the feet in that way. So we'll put that all together, and again, if you've not done this kind of thing before, play really carefully and slowly, and be really fussy about everything lining up nicely. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? Now again, practice a lot, really slowly. If you're hearing that the bass drum isn't lining up very nicely because it's having an argument with your right hand as it's going up, come back to this again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay? If you're hearing that the left foot isn't lining up nicely with your accented snare on the 2 and 4, come back to this again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then you come back to playing the pattern slowly. 1 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now, once you have all of those elements lined up nicely together, you can try to play it faster. And depending on what you prefer, you can either start slowly and gently accelerate as you play, something like this. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, you can see why that's called a train beat, obviously. Or you can just simply start at a faster tempo straight away and then see what happens. If it doesn't sound any good, slow yourself down again and work for a few more hours and then come back to playing it fast. So something like this. 1, 2. And that's that. That's the train beat. Go away and work on that until it feels really comfortable, and I will make another video showing you how to change bass drum patterns and also with doing some snare drum variations with the accents there. Arrivederci.